Again, Blue Coal Dealers present radio's strangest adventure, The Shadow. Mysterious man who strikes terror into the very hearts of lawbreakers and criminals. Today, Blue Coal brings you The Shadow's latest adventure, The Ghost Walks Again. The Shadow's exciting adventure will begin in just a moment. But first, I'd like to remind you homeowners that right now, when winter is changing into spring, is the most treacherous time of all the year. But you can protect your family's health and save valuable dollars by burning blue coal. It's Pennsylvania's finest anthracite. Order a trial ton from your nearest blue coal dealer tomorrow. And if you want to read The Adventures of the Shadow in complete novel form, in addition to numerous detective stories, crime problems, and features, simply write us for your free copy of the Shadow magazine, absolutely free. Remember, all you have to do is mail a penny postcard to Blue Coal, 120 Broadway, New York City, or Blue Coal in care of this station. Send for your free copy of the Shadow magazine tonight.
Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? The Shadow knows.
Blue Coal presents The Shadow, a man of mystery who strikes terror into the very souls of evildoers everywhere. Lamont Cranston, a man of wealth, a student of science, and master of other people's minds, devotes his life to righting wrongs, solving crimes, protecting the innocent, and punishing the guilty. Using advanced methods that may ultimately become available to law enforcement agencies, Cranston is known to the underworld as the Shadow. Never seen, only heard, as haunting to superstitious minds as a ghost, as inevitable as a guilty conscience. With his friend and constant companion, the lovely Margot Lane, the Shadow meets up with danger tonight when the ghost walks again. Night, peaceful and serene, has fallen on a small New England town. As the village clock strikes the hour of 9, we hear the footsteps of a couple of people from the town, heading towards a village meeting, taking a shortcut through an ancient graveyard, when suddenly...
Sam!
Yes?
Sam, look up! Up by the big oak. Isn't that a freshly dug grave?
Well, now it certainly looks like one.
Odd. That section's been closed off. There have been no burials there in over 200 years.
We'd better take a look up there.
Hold the lantern higher, Sam. That's it.
Say, that dug-up ground looks like to be right by the grave of Sir Roger Mathis. Grace, that is Sir Mathis's grave. Now, who could have done that?
I don't know, but it's a terrible trick, desecrating a 200-year-old grave, the grave of the first governor of our colony. Whoever the meddler was should...
No meddler desecrated this grave.
What was that?
Sam, look, walking toward us. Look at that man.
His clothes are covered with dust. They're strange-looking clothes, knee breeches, powdered wig, Puritan hat.
His face, Sam, look at that face. It's a death mask.
It looks like the old pictures of Sir Roger.
I am Sir Roger. I have returned from the dead.
No, this is some kind of joke.
I do not jest. I have returned to save thee and thy village from its sinful ways.
It can't be.
Silence! If either of thee utters a single word, I shall run thee through with this sword.
What should we do, Sam? What do we do?
Thou shalt do as I command. Thou shalt learn that the will of Sir Roger Mathis is law, and to break that law means death. Dost thou hear? Death!
All right, quiet, townspeople. Gentlemen and ladies, the issue that brings us here tonight is the old meeting place. As you all know, the building was erected in 1712 by the first governor of this colony, Sir Roger Mathis. And as you all know, nothing has been disturbed within these walls since that day. The furniture, the patents, even the ancient punishment stocks and torrid presses are still here in their original places. Yep. Yeah. Now, hey. Some members have proposed that this hall, which has always been a private gathering place for the descendants of the first settlers of the village, be open to the public as a museum and an admission price be charged.
The proposition is an outrage.
Oh, please, Mrs. Crossman.
An outrage, I say. Thou art violating the very laws that were passed down to us by our founder, Sir Roger Mathis.
Sylvia Crossman, you'll get your chance to talk later on.
I will talk now. Someone go into the next room and fetch the original ruling, written in Sir Roger's own hand. You go, Harvey.
Yes, ma'am.
I shall read to thee his document, and in it he states, only the families in the village shall see...
Oh, no!
What is it, Harvey?
In the front, the ancient torture press. There are 2 bodies.
What?
It's Sam and Grace Merrill. They've been crushed to death.
Oh, look, they're clutching something. There's a note in their hands. See what it is, Harvey?
Yes, sir.
Who could have done such a thing?
Why, I only saw them less than an hour ago.
Here you are, Mr. Stebbins. It looks like 2 pieces of old parchment.
Yeah, that's what it is.
What's that writing on them? What does it say?
Oh, this can't be.
What is it?
These are 2 ancient death warrants signed by Sir Roger Mathis.
Why don't them state troopers come, Mr. Stebbins?
They'll be here soon, Harvey.
I don't like being alone in this old place.
Well, someone had to stay here in this hall with the bodies till the police arrived.
You know it's scary in here.
Yeah. Well, really, what's there to be afraid of?
Tell me who killed those 2. Why were they killed?
Yeah, well, I don't know, Harvey.
I know why. They were for opening this place against the original wishes of Sir Roger. Well, he had something to do with their deaths. I just got a feeling.
No. You talk nonsense.
He was a stern old Puritan, Sir Roger was. I read all about him. I'm not about to disobey his wishes. Did you hear that?
Yeah, it's just a door, though.
Footsteps. Footsteps coming into the hall.
Now see here, Harvey, if you're going to add
Look!
Oh, good heavens.
The ancient clothes, the Puritan hat, and that face. Like a face from the grave, that's...
Yeah.
Sir Roger.
It does look like him, but...
He's coming towards us. I can't stand it. I'm getting out of here.
Now, come back here, Harvey. Come back here.
No, I'm going.
Harvey, you shouldn't have done a fool thing like that.
You've been left alone, Mr. Stebbins.
You can't frighten me. Who are you?
I am the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis.
Now, you keep away from me.
Thou hast broken the laws that I handed down to thee. Thou hast suggested opening this meeting hall to the public, and for that thou must pay for thy sins.
No.
Pay, dost thou hear?
No, go away.
Yeah, who is it?
It's me, Harvey. I gotta see you at once, Sheriff.
Well, what is it? What's wrong?
Roger. The ghost of Sir Roger. We just saw him in the meeting hall.
Now, just take it easy, Harvey. Where's Mr. Stebbins?
He's still in the meeting hall. He's alone with that ghost. You've got to come with me at once.
Hold that lamp steady, Harvey. I can't see a thing.
Oh, where is Mr. Stebbins? What happened to him?
Now, I'm sure he's all right. We'll just have a look around here. Harvey, look there by the speaker's podium.
It's Mr. Stebbins. His body locked in the ancient punishment stock.
Yeah, Stebbins. Mr. Stebbins.
Look at his body, is all twisted, strange.
Harvey, Stebbins is dead. Look, there, in his hand, he is clutching a piece of parchment.
Yes, it's the same as the others.
Yes, another death warrant signed by Sir Roger Mathis. And that was the night the whole thing started, Mr. Cranston.
Did the state police uncover anything?
Nope, they are as baffled as we are. That's why I took the liberty of sending word to you as I did.
Has the ghost of Sir Roger been seen since?
Oh, yes, Miss Lane, many times. There have been others that have died by his hands.
How many others?
2 more. One was found bound to a tree.
And the other?
He was tied to the ancient ducking stool. We found him in the river.
And were both of these victims clutching a death warrant when they were discovered?
Yup, same way.
Have there been any clues at all? Anything that would link all these crimes together?
Well, yeah, of all the people that have died, they were all in favor of opening the old meeting place to the public.
Oh, I see.
But that only strengthens people's belief in the ghost of Sir Roger. They say that this is his vengeance for their proposing such a move.
Well, aside from Sir Roger, what living person in this village was opposed to the opening of the meeting place?
Quite a few would vote that way. The leader of the faction was Sylvia Crossman.
Was she present that first night when the bodies were found?
Yes, she was, but you can't suspect her, Mr. Cranston. Sylvia is our leading citizen. Her family was one of the founders to our village.
I see. So you never even questioned her then?
Oh, no, I haven't.
Well then, tell me, Sheriff, this ghost of Sir Roger, just where has he been seen? When have these appearances been made?
Well, he has always been seen at the old meeting hall, usually at the hour of midnight.
Can it be arranged for us to get into the meeting hall at that hour, Sheriff?
Why, certainly.
Without anyone in the village finding out?
Yep.
Very well. We shall seek out the ghost of Sir Roger Mathis tonight.
Lamont, I don't think the ghost will ever appear.
The evening isn't over yet, Margot. Not frightened, are you?
No, of course not. I mean, not very.
Listen. Midnight. The hour for the ghost to appear. Sir Roger! Sir Roger! Are you within the sound of my voice? I defy you to show yourself!
No one answers.
Give him time, Margot. Give him a chance.
Lamont, listen.
That did it. He's heard me. He's coming. Give me that flashlight, Margot.
Here.
Is that you, Sir Roger?
Who called to me? Speak up. Who summoned Sir Roger Mathis?
Look there, Lamont.
I did, Sir Roger.
That face. It's not human.
Where art thou here?
Right down here below you. We've heard a lot about you, Sir Roger. The fear you've created in this village. We don't share that fear. That's why we are here.
Thou art fools. The fate of the others will be thy fate as well.
We have no fear. Come ahead, begin your destruction. I am most curious to learn your powers.
I select the time for my revenge.
I see. Then you are not going to harm us tonight, is that it? Very well. If you won't come to us, then we shall come to you.
Stay where thou art. I warn thee.
Come on, Margot. We're going up to meet Sir Roger right now. Hurry, Margot. Up these stairs. Well, Sir Roger... He's gone.
But where?
I have chosen not to meet thee at this moment.
Where's that voice coming from?
Listen to me, both of you.
He must have gone through a secret panel.
Thou hast defied the laws of Sir Roger Mathis, and by my sword thou shalt die for it.
Stay tuned. The shadow will return as the ghost walks again. The shadow will continue his adventure in just a moment. In the meantime, here is a message of particular importance to families throughout the area who supply their own heat. We are now in a period of the year when all fuels are put to their severest tests. However, homeowners who use blue coal have nothing to worry about, because blue coal is especially prepared for home use. It is better qualified to meet sudden changes of weather than other fuels. During mild winter, blue coal banks for long periods with little attention. Then blue coal immediately responds with minimum draft, sending a uniform supply of heat throughout the living quarters of the home. Because blue coal burns down to a fine powdered ash, it is not only an economical fuel, but a particularly clean fuel as well. Furthermore, blue coal is an American product, mined in Pennsylvania by the Glen Alden Coal Company. Unlike a good many other fuels sold in this area, blue coal is prepared exclusively for home use, so that you can be sure you're getting the more uniform, most economical heat. Blue coal is that color so it can be identified at a glance. There's a big swing this winter to blue coal throughout this territory. Sales of blue coal this winter in the Mid-Atlantic and New England states show an increase of 10.4% over sales for the same period a year ago. So take a tip from the blue coal family. For better, more economical heat, switch to blue coal tomorrow. Ask for it by name. Order a trial ton from your nearest blue coal dealer, whose name will be found in the Where to Buy section of your classified telephone directory under the name Blue Coal. And now we return to the adventures of the Shadow. The next morning, Lamont Cranston and the lovely Margot Lane returned to the town meeting place to try and discover the origins of their mysterious visitors of the previous night.
The hall certainly looks different in the daylight, eh, Margot?
Sure does. Did you say anything to the sheriff about last night's encounter, Lamont?
No. I thought it best not to mention it to anyone for the present. We do now know, though, that Sir Roger proved himself to be a very human ghost.
Yes.
But who he is and what his motives might be remain to be discovered.
And how he got away.
Yes. That's what we must find out right now. Take a look at this wall, Margot.
You think he escaped through a secret panel?
Well, undoubtedly. You start at this end, Margot, and I'll look down by the speaker stand. If you find anything suspicious, call me.
Well, this panel seems solid enough. No sign of any...
Good morning.
Oh,
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you.
it's all right. I just didn't hear you coming.
I'm Edward Darrow.
How do you do? I'm Margot Lane.
Oh, Miss Lane.
Lamont, would you come here?
Yes, coming. Hello, I'm Lamont Cranston.
It's a pleasure to meet you. The sheriff tells me you've been trying to track down our elusive ghost. I'll be relieved if you succeed.
Why is that?
Well, I'm more or less the leader of the group who wished to open this meeting hall to the public, and most of the rest of the group has met death at the hands of the ghost.
Oh, and you feel you might be next?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have there been any attempts in your life?
Not yet, Knockwood, although my aunt probably wishes there had been.
Your aunt?
Sylvia Crossman. She heads the opposition group. She's plenty sore at me, I guess, disgracing the family name by fostering this move to open the meeting hall to the public.
I see.
So, have you discovered any clues to the killings yet?
Not yet. We were just looking around in here. Having heard of the ghost and knowing that all good ghosts use secret passageways and such, we hoped we might stumble on one.
Say, that's a good idea. Perhaps I can help you.
How do you mean?
Well, I'm to be in charge of the restoration work in this hall if it's ever open to the public, and I have a sheaf of the original plans at home.
Oh, could we see them?
Sure, I could bring them back here tonight. Oh, by the way, I trust no word of this will get back to my Aunt Sylvia. She might, well...
We shan't mention it to anyone.
Thank you. Well, until good night. Goodbye.
Margot, I think it's time we investigated Sylvia Crossman. I'm going to pay a call on her right now as the Shadow.
What was that?
Sorry to interrupt your letter writing, Miss Crossman.
Who are ye? Where does your voice come from?
I am right beside you, Sylvia Crossman. Don't trouble yourself to look for me. No human eyes have ever seen me.
What is thy name?
I am called the Shadow.
What brings thee into my house?
I am in search of a ghost, Sylvia Crossman. The ghost of Sir Roger Mathis. And I believe you know all about him.
I know nothing more than the others.
Why are you opposed to the opening of the old meeting hall?
Because the hall belongs only to those of the village. For hundreds of years it has been that way. They shall not desecrate an ancient tradition.
Those are the same words used by the ghost of Sir Roger.
I am aware of that.
People aren't going to continue to believe that a ghost did the killings in this village. Soon they will know a human hand was responsible, And their suspicions, Sylvia Crossman, will fall upon you.
And why me?
Because of your behavior, the way you live, the ancient relics in this house, the quill pen you write with. In your speech, you use the antiquated thee and thou, just as the ghost of Sir Roger does.
That proves nothing.
You're wrong, Miss Crossman. That evidence alone would be enough to convict you in a court of law. Now tell me, what do you know about these killings?
Nothing. I know nothing about them.
Very well. I've given you your chance. Let me warn you, Sylvia Crossman. If you are the killer, you will pay for your crime.
Lamont, do you think Mr. Darrow will keep his word?
I believe so, Margot.
Good. I shouldn't like to spend many more nights in this eerie old hall.
Well, if everything works out as we expect...
Listen. Could it be Sir Roger again?
We'll soon find out.
Hello there. Sorry I'm late.
Oh, it's you, Mr. Darrow. You gave us quite a scare.
Sorry. That seems to be a habit with me, doesn't it?
Did you bring the plants?
Yes. 2 sets. Here, take one.
Thank you. I think we'd better go right to work. We can each start at one end of the wall, Mr. Darrow.
Miss Lane, perhaps you could stay with me? You see, my eyesight is rather poor, and in this dim light,
I'll go with you, Mr. Darrow.
Thank you. Here are the plans, and here's my flashlight, Miss Lane.
Call out to me if you find anything.
We could start right here. Miss Lane, do the plans indicate anything?
Well, there does seem perhaps to be one thing that would be right about here. Mr. Darrow, look! This panel, it moves!
Why, so it does.
I'll see if I can get a hold of it. There. Why, it's opening. We must call Lamont. Lamont!
Shut up!
Let me go!
If you're so anxious to meet Sir Roger, I'll take you to him!
Let me go! Lamont, help!
Margot!
In you go!
Where are we? Where have you taken me?
A secret compartment beneath the meeting hall known only to me.
Let me out of here!
Cry out louder if you wish. No one will hear. These walls were made especially thick to muffle sound. They had a purpose in building them that way in the olden days.
What do you mean?
This room was an ancient torture chamber. Look about you. See the press? The spike-studded pit? Excellent for entertaining, don't you think?
And then it was you who has been impersonating Sir Roger.
Correct.
But why did you bring me here?
See the fire I've started in this forge? See the white-hot branding iron I placed in it?
Why are you doing
In the
this?
days of the Puritans, they had a very satisfactory method for dealing with meddlers. They branded them on the forehead.
No!
Soon, young lady, you shall feel the searing agony of that branding iron biting into your flesh.
You're mad!
You won't feel the pain too long, because I have another treat for you. The press. The torture press.
Keep it away from me!
Drop that iron, Mr. Darrow.
Who was that?
Release the girl.
No! Let go of my arm! Let me finish my work!
There. Your work is finished, Mr. Darrow.
Who are you?
I am the Shadow, and I'll put an end to your career of torture and murder. But why did you do it? Why did you kill those people?
Because of my Aunt Sylvia. I hate her and all she stands for. But now I've had my revenge. She will be blamed. She will be held for the murders.
What makes you think that?
Because none of us are leaving this building alive.
Look out! He's tipping over the fire in the forge!
Don't do that, Darrow!
It's done now, Shadow. Look, the flames are already licking up the walls. This old hall is a tinderbox. It'll burn in no time.
The fire is catching all over the room.
What are you going to do now, Shadow?
We're getting out of here. Go to that door at the end of the room, Margot. If we can get up to the doors, we have a chance to escape. Hurry! Hold on to my hand, Margot.
The smoke. Come on. I can't see.
We've got to keep going. We should be near the door.
Lamont, The smoke.
Marco! I'll carry you. We haven't far to go. Only have to make it to the door. The door. Wait. This is it. I found the door, Marco. We've made it. How do you feel, Marco?
Better, thank you.
Take a look at that old meeting hall. It's a mass of flames.
Yes, we got out just in time. Any sign of Darrow?
No, and there's no hope for him now.
Look, at the belfry of the meeting house. There's someone standing up there.
Lamont! It's Darrow!
Yes, look at him. He's waving his arms. He's shouting something to the crowd.
You're fools! You're all fools!
Lamont! He's going to jump!
Turn your head, Margot. I just left the police, Margot. They searched young Darrow's house.
Did they learn anything?
Yes. Among many things, they found the costume he wore for his ghostly impressions.
Why did he ever do it, Lamont?
Well, they found his diary among his personal effects that told the real story, Margot.
What was it?
The young man was most anxious to inherit his aunt's fortune, so he devised the first murder to throw suspicion on the old woman, hoping she would be blamed for it.
Well, at least one good thing came out of this, Lamont.
What's that, Margot?
Well, the town will no longer be divided over the meeting hall, because there is just no more meeting hall.
The weed of crime bears bitter fruit. Crime does not pay. The shadow
knows. Version of one of the many copyrighted stories which appear in the Shadow magazine. All of the characters and all of the places named are fictitious. Any similarities to persons, living or dead, is purely coincidental.